Let's talk about money. You don't know your numbers. Holy fucking Christ. I hope you're religious, because you should be praying. Have you lost your fucking mind? How the fuck are you running a business? So you're not managing money. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is not business. What were you spending your money on? I need you to start exercising fucking severe and extreme fucking emotional control around money.
On this episode of The Hustle with Justin Harrison.
That gallery is terrible.
Do not sell on social media.
If you're better at marketing, it doesn't matter.
It's about positioning your product.
The backgrounds on these look terrible.
So you need to go from taste navrate to bespoke.
See, that's why I joined the Money Tribe. You're igniting. Okay, I'd like to ask you how to start a side hustle to get extra income other than doing the baking.
Why do you want to start a side hustle?
Because I like to have more than one poke in the fire. So not just to have.
Do you feel like you have time after having to sit down and correct all your financials, get the input costs right on your business, do actual marketing, go out and create social media content? Do you feel like you have time for a side hustle?
I can make time for a side hustle.
Think carefully. Do you think you will have time?
At this moment, no.
Side hustles are for people who are employed. In other words, they're looking to get out of being employed.
All right.
They side hustle. They have a little sideline thing they build up so they can eventually leave their job
Okay.
and transition into the world of self-employment. When you are self-employed, you have fuck all time to be side hustling. You must be main hustling.
I just thought if I don't want to do this anymore and I want to, should I choose main?
So you 1 foot in, 1 foot out, the business won't succeed.
No, not necessarily.
I'm telling you, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, the business won't succeed. You have to go all in.
I have to go all in.
You have to go all in.
Okay.
How many marketing messages did you send today? How many people did you connect with on LinkedIn today? How many schools did you get in front of? I can go on. How many wedding planners? You already have the mechanism for making money and 30 years of experience, which you want to piss down the drain because you're bored.
No, I'm not bored. I just...
So you're not bored?
No.
So then get to business.
Okay, right. I'll be getting to business.
Side hustle is for somebody who's looking to transition out of something they really don't want to be in. Okay. And they're looking to start something on the side. Now, if you're looking for secondary form of income,
okay, yes.
diversify within your business.
Okay.
You're already not doing your business very well. You have to go back and revisit and fix everything.
Yeah.
Now you want to fucking start something else and fuck that up too. How about you perfect this first?
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
Go all in.
Okay.
When you wake up, how do I get more customers? Go to sleep, how do I get more customers? In my dreams, how do I get more customers? Who can I connect with that can get me more customers?
Okay.
I promise you're not obsessed enough yet.
All right.
When you take this to R1 million a month business, then you can start saying, maybe I can take some of the profit I'm making and invest into something else to diversify.
Okay.
Because then you're using money to side hustle. Okay? You're trying to split time you already don't have.
Or something else. Okay.
For something you're already not doing properly. To now go do something else not properly.
Okay. I hear you.
Right? When an entrepreneur says to me, I want a side hustle, I want to fucking shit myself. I want to shit myself. Because it tells me you're not all in on your business. And it will not grow, it will not succeed unless you go all in. 7 days a week, 16 hours a day, obsession.
Okay.
How do I get more customers? How do I get more customers? What are my margins? What's the most profitable product line? Do I actually still need 3 retail outlets? How do I keep the same turnover and get rid of one headache? Okay. You need to obsess. You need to become fucking crazy about your business. You need to get to a point where it's the only fucking thing you can think about.
Okay. All right.
The word side hustle should not exist in your vocabulary.
I hear you. Loud and clear.
Okay.
Right. In the business, we deal with a lot of staff, and What advice would you give for problem staff members, motivating staff, and things like that? And sometimes it's not just through the paycheck, but sometimes it's a bit difficult to like keep them motivated and keep them energized and keep. It's like sometimes I feel like you've got to, and this is nothing, a teaspoon. They've been doing the same job. The one lady's been with me for 30 years. The other one's been with me for 18 years, 15 years, 10 years, and the others are the other 4 are a bit less. But sometimes it feels like I've got to constantly take a teaspoon and say, and that's annoying and it's frustrating. How do I fix those?
So the problem starts with you. Mm-hmm. You are the problem.
Am I not firm enough?
There's a lot of things. So the first thing is, my rule in business is hire slowly, fire quickly.
That's not easy in my business.
It's easy in any business.
I've got to, it takes me 6 months to train one person, if not more.
You had best
longer.
improve your training methods then. Have you documented it?
No.
That's my point. Okay? You are the problem. You haven't created an efficient vehicle to bring people in when you want to scale that business. What happens if you need 100 new employees? Business booms. What you going to do?
No, I'm going to settle the problem.
Okay, you haven't documented your process. It's all up in forest fairy land in the head.
Document the process.
You have to put this on paper. This is what somebody needs to learn on the way in. These are, let's start with health and safety. Let's start with cleanliness. It's like all those things. Get that shit out the way. Okay, this is how you bake a cake. This is how you measure ingredients. Whatever it is, you need to document
So clear structures that are documented.
Clear. Right? The fish rots from the head down.
Okay.
The fish rots from the head down. Okay? You are the problem.
Okay, so and I've trained those, I've trained them, I've put the structures in place, I've put the cleanliness and whatever, and now they've been there for like 20 years. Mm-hmm. How do I keep them because they still mess up. It's frustrating.
People will mess up, right? So in our business, we say first protocol technology, second protocol people. Why? Because technology doesn't get period pains. Okay? Literally, that's the way we look at things. So then you have to ask yourself, what can I eventually mechanize in the business? How much of the human element can I take out of this? Maybe it's something as simple as the mixing of the dough. Maybe you can buy it ready mixed. I don't know your business, but you need to figure out how much of the human element you can remove without removing the secret sauce, the craft. Right?
Sure, that's not going to be possible.
You have to think about it. I don't know the answers, but you have to think about it. Then we come to so first protocol is automation. Second protocol is people. Now we go to the people element. You have to understand that people are going to fail. It's inevitable. No one will last 100% of the time. Won't happen. Okay? And if they do, it'll be by default, and they will not be as good as they were at the beginning. New broom always sweeps clean.
Yes.
Okay?
Oh, true.
So you need to hire slowly, have good processes in place, and fire quickly. You fuck up, you're out. Warnings, warning, out. The reason for this is it serves as a very good example to everybody else. You fuck up, you fuck around, you're out. You have to be a leader. You have to be in charge. You have to command the ship. Then you lean into the thing of motivation. You're probably working with a lot of unskilled labor. You have to be sensitive to their environment and where they come from. That person's probably been in a taxi for 3 hours to get to work, has probably had a cold shower to start the morning or water boiled over the fire. We're sometimes very insensitive to that person arriving at that point. And we don't know other people's struggles. So you have to create an environment that is motivational, that is uplifting, that gives them additional skill sets, that elevates them. And maybe it is as simple as you bring in a pastor once a week and you do a prayer circle,
Okay, interesting.
or whatever the thing is, right? If you're employing Muslims, go to
Elevate.
mosque on a Friday.
Okay, elevate the staff, create a different environment. Okay.
Maybe once a month you organize a tea for your ladies,
Now we do something similar.
right? But you need to say this tea is only going to happen if we perform this month.
Okay.
It's called dangling the carrot. But ultimately people are going to fuck up. And when they do, fire them.
Okay.
Don't let one bad apple
Make those.
make the whole box rotten. And it will happen every single time.
Okay.
And if you see somebody's a little bit off, pull them aside and say, I've noticed you're a little bit off. Get your shit together. Be a firm leader. Don't
Okay.
feel uncomfortable with saying things the way they need to be said.
Okay.
You, madam, are not cleaning the floor the way you should. Clean the fucking floor.
How? You can't speak to me like that.
Well,
And then
that's why you have a
for the
job
rest
here.
of the day.
And if you come here with a mouth full of teeth and not smiling, then don't come back to work.
Okay. Oh, that's really firm.
You have to be, but you have to back it up with all the other stuff too. You can't just be the stick. You also have to be the carrot.
Okay.
But you also can't just be the carrot with no stick, because people will take advantage. This is like raising children. It's cuck, 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 cuck. Then they do one amazing thing, and then it's back to cuck, 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 cuck.
Okay.
Business is exactly the same.
Okay. Right.
Business is exactly the same.
Thank you so much. Give me a lot to think about.
Ask me a last question about product costs. Because it was a question of yours, how do we control the cost of?
The products, yes. How do we
You
control?
can't. You absolutely cannot. But that's not your problem. Your problem is you don't know your margin. Your problem is you don't know your input cost.
Okay.
And if you knew your margin and input cost, you could price accordingly.
Okay, I'm going to work on that.
If you know you have to make 50% margin, you have to price accordingly. Not based on,
Good. I'm going to do it.
okay.
More homework.
So it's been a long day, it's been a long session here with our budding entrepreneurs, and hopefully we've breathed in some new life and some new ideas on how to grow their business and how to prosper. At the end of the day though, it's up to them to take the advice that I've given them and to action it. I can give the advice, but they have to take the action.
Well, the man definitely knows what he's talking about. He is very knowledgeable. He's very insightful. He's got experience in what he's given advice about. Definitely positive input into my business. Definitely, which is going to be so helpful. Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was one of the best decisions that I've made. And I'm definitely going to recommend other people to the Money Tribe, because for me it's changed my life. That sounds like such a cliche, but it's so true. It's like being asleep and now all of a sudden you're awake with a whole lot of new energy. I mean, I've lost weight. The knowledge that is on the Money Tribe is amazing. From the online courses to the financial input, the 8 pillars that we've gone through. That I don't think when you're growing up and when you're 18, you come out of school. I mean, it's such a pity that people don't tell you, or that you don't know about all these things. So joining the Money Tribe for me was like a eye opener, and I'd wish I'd known about this like a lot sooner. I think my life would have been a lot different today, but being on the Money Tribe and also having other people in the tribe who are going all through all the same things as what you're going through is also a big plus, because a lot of us are in the same boat. We all want to better our lives, and Justin's been there. He's walked the walk. He does the talk. So I'm very, very happy I joined the Money Tribe. Most valuable thing that I've learned from the Money Tribe. to be persistent in what you do, to be consistent in everything that you do. May it be saving R2, which is going to turn into 100K, or not having sugar for things. So being persistent, consistent, and to keep going. Definitely, that's one of the things that I've definitely learned from the Money Tribe.
On the next episode of The Hustle with Justin Harrison.
You're running a business here, I think you're being taken advantage of. You have to take care of the machine that cures everyone. What is your current biggest challenge financially? I know you think you're in the business of healing, but you're in the business of money. That's not running a business. Just how quickly look at the numbers,
Yeah.
I can see the problem.
Yeah.